What's up, folks? It's your buddy Fatalroadie. Tonight we're going to be doing the Smackdown review. We opened up the show with the entire roster on the stage for a moment of silence for the shooting that happened in Las Vegas. When the show started, Renee Young was in the ring doing an interview with Shinsuke Nakamura. When asked about the name calling, Shinsuke Nakamura said that sticks and stones may break his bones. Shortly afterwards, the Singh brothers interrupted the interview to introduce Jinder Mahal. As his music was going off, Jinder Mahal came into the ring behind Shinsuke Nakamura and attacked him. Shinsuke Nakamura fought back, was lining up for the Kinshasa, but the Singh brothers distracted him, which allowed Jinder Mahal to get the Colossus on Shinsuke Nakamura. We come to our first match, Natalya and Carmella versus Becky Lynch and Charlotte. This was a good match. Charlotte and Becky Lynch had the offensive for the first part of the match, and as usual, after the commercial break, Natalya was taking over. Becky Lynch was able to get a 2 count. Shortly afterwards, she got the hot tag to Charlotte. She slams Natalya, goes for the pin, gets 2 count. Charlotte was distracted outside by Carmella and Becky Lynch, which allowed Natalya to get the sharpshooter on Charlotte for the win. We didn't have a recap of everything that happened with Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens, which leads us to our next match, Mike Kanellis versus Bobby Roode. This is a pretty short match. Bobby Roode got the glorious DDT for the win. After the match, Dolph Ziggler comes out looking for a new entrance, sounds off a police siren, which I don't understand where that was coming from, goes back behind the stage, comes back beating a drum, setting off noisemakers, and blowing an air horn, basically just being an ass. Ziggler says that Roode is nothing more than an entrance. As he goes to leave the ring, Bobby Roode comments that Dolph Ziggler's entrance was horrible and that his entrance, and he leads the crowd in a chant, glorious. We then have the Usos coming out and cut a promo about Hell in a Cell and the New Day. Shortly afterwards, the New Day come out, cut a similar promo saying that they're still going to be the tag team champions afterwards. We then have a backstage promo from Jinder Mahal saying that he's still going to be the WWE champion after Hell in a Cell. Our next match is Ty Dillinger versus Baron Corbin again.
Bruh.
This is a really good match though, albeit it was repetitive. We've seen these two fight over and over again. There was a whole lot of back and forth in between the two of them. Ty Dillinger was able to squeak out a pin on Baron Corbin and ducked out real fast before Baron Corbin was able to seek out revenge. As Dillinger's walking up the ramp, AJ Styles gets onto the screen. He tells Baron Corbin that he's got the potential of a thoroughbred, but the attitude of a jackass. And then he proceeds to run down Baron Corbin, basically saying that he's going to be losing at Hell in a Cell. We then have Randy Orton versus Aiden English with Rusev at ringside. This is a good match, albeit it was a short one. Aiden English started off on the offense pretty quick, but Randy Orton turned it around and gave Aiden English an RKO for the pin. While Orton was celebrating, Rusev was trying to sneak up on him. Randy Orton caught him and met him face to face at the ropes. Rusev slowly backed away and walked back up the ramps. We then have Shane McMahon coming out to the ring, calling out Kevin Owens in regards to their match at Hell in a Cell in a couple days. Kevin Owens doesn't come out. Shane McMahon calls him a coward and then says he's changing the rules to Hell in a Cell to make it a Falls Count Anywhere match. As he's starting to run down Kevin Owens gets on the microphone saying, "Here I am." Camera pans around, he's up in the crowd. Shane McMahon tells Kevin Owens to come down into the ring and face him, to which Kevin Owens chickens out. So Shane McMahon follows him up into the crowd, into the concourse, where Kevin Owens jumps him from behind. They fight back and forth through the concourse. Kevin Owens power bombs Shane McMahon through a table and then goes back to the ring. Kevin Owens then proceeds to run down Shane McMahon, saying that at Hell in a Cell, he's not going to have to worry about jumping off of the Hell in a Cell, that he's going to be thrown off of it. Then Shane McMahon starts making his way through the crowd. Kevin Owens attacks him. They fight back and forth. They get into the ring, and Kevin Owens hammers down on Shane McMahon, throwing him into the ropes and giving him a pop-up powerbomb. As the referees check on Shane McMahon, Kevin Owens leaves the ring, and there ends the show. This is a really good Smackdown. It was a good go-home show for the pay-per-view coming in a couple days. I'll be doing a predictions video later on, as soon as I get all the matches squared away, because I think they added a match for the pre-show. I really can't see too many low points. I mean, some of the recaps were a little redundant. Even the 2 matches that were short were really good. And although I did say that Baron Corbin and Ty Dillinger match was repetitive, it was still a good match, albeit it was, like I said, we've seen it before. But that'll do it for this episode of Smackdown Review. I'll be back in a couple days with the Hell in a Cell predictions, and then Sunday with the recap show. Leave a comment down below what you thought of tonight's Smackdown, or what you thought of this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.